Heyo.
Heyo.
Welcome back to the Nosebleed Section, episode 28.
Yes, sir.
I am your host, Bryce. The co-host. Is that how I'm supposed to say it? I don't ever know how to say this.
Co-host. Assistant to the co-host.
Regional.
To the regional co-host.
Either way, welcome back.
Yes.
Just the two of us again.
Just the two of us. Sorry.
We're going to call it there. See you for 29.
No one needed to hear that.
No.
All
we're
right.
doing this a little early. We're
Yeah.
recording on September 1st, Friday night. Busy weekend for me. I don't know. Do you got anything going on this weekend? I know I got the car cruise and some other
the big Castville
stuff
car
going on.
cruise. Yeah, we might stop on down to the car cruise and got some family coming down for the weekends. I gotta recuperate from the first day of school. That takes about
how'd
3
that go?
days. So, it was pretty good actually, not too bad.
Today was your guys' first day?
Yeah. Yep. How about your kids?
Yep.
Did they go today too? It looked like most schools around here started today, but
why did we start on a Friday?
I think they just kind of September 1st is always just kind of hey, I don't care what day we start. It's just get started, get one day closer to summer. That's all I say.
That is true. It's just with the holiday weekend, it's like, oh, we're starting on a Friday, and then you're gonna have a long weekend.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It did honestly make the first day easier because kids were kind of a little less on edge because they kind of knew,
right?
Just get through day one and then we'll be good. So, yeah, it's fine.
Good deal.
You betcha. All right. So
as we always do. Yeah.
28 quiz. So it's just
no way I can. There's no way I can lose this week.
You can't lose. So I'm just going to test your knowledge here for a couple minutes. So probably the best one.
Adrian Peterson.
Correct.
Okay.
No, not many clues needed there. All right. Here's another NFL running back that is retired.
Like older.
What's his active years say? 94 to 06. I loved this guy growing up. I mean, I was real little, but
did he wear blue and yellow?
Yes.
Marshall Faulk?
Correct.
Okay, I didn't know for sure. I thought he was 28 or 29. I don't know why 29.
He did play for the Colts. Let's see what he wore for the Colts. He was 28 for the Colts as well. So, but mainly for the Rams. Yep. There you go. All right. Here's another one. Another NFL running back. Active years.
Older than Marshall Faulk?
It's about the same, 95 to 06. I'm going to double check his. Just make sure.
I don't know if I know this one. Is AFC or NFC?
AFC. The main team he played for, he definitely wore 28.
That's a first on this pod.
Yeah,
I don't know. You're going to have to give me this one.
Curtis Martin, running back for the New York Jets.
Curtis Martin.
You don't know Curtis Martin?
I don't even know who that is.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I don't know who
Curtis
that is.
Martin was a boss, man. He's in the Hall of Fame. Five-time Pro Bowler.
Huh?
Yep. He was Rookie of the Year. His rookie year in 95. So, yeah. All right, here's one. Are we moving on from
football?
Yes.
Okay.
Just let me make sure because this is a baseball.
Time out. Is he
okay?
Catcher.
Yes.
Is he a catcher?
Yes.
Buster Posey.
Yes, yeah. It's Buster Posey. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Another baseball. Currently playing.
Who? Matt Olson?
Who?
Matt Olson?
Nope.
Okay, offense or pitcher? Give me a position-ish.
Mainly
There's
third.
A lot of
mainly third.
Mainly third.
I think he mainly plays third base.
28. Arenado.
Yes, correct. He's mainly a third baseman, right?
Yeah,
I think
he's one of the best.
I think he's played some first, but I mean, yeah, he's
arguably the best third baseman in baseball history, but behind like Mike Schmidt.
Sure.
So
All right, let's find one more. I'm going down the list a little to kind of.
I'll give you one. Former Brewer.
Okay, Jonathan Lucroy.
Nope, he wore 20.
Oh, you're right.
He would hit the crap out of the ball when he hit it.
Oh, Prince.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I should have
See if-
gotten that.
Hey,
the first
let's see if
time.
you know the current Brewer that wears number 28. Bats on the opposite side of Prince Fielder. He's one of the rookies. There's only one right-handed rookie, I think. Well, there's two.
Well, I know Sal is 10.
Yep. Who does he kind of platoon with? He's got a mullet.
Oh.
Joey Weimer.
Joey Weimer. God, sorry. I was having a brain fart there.
Who might get sent down.
But honestly, he probably should. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do one more because this is a former Bengal.
Former Bengal, because Joe Mixon wears 28 now.
Right. Yeah.
So he's a running back?
Yep. This dude was a stud. He did not play for the Bengals very much, but he did wear 28 for the Bengals.
Really?
The good chunks of his career, Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots.
Really? New England Patriots running back.
4-time Pro Bowler.
When I think of a Patriots and Bengals running back, this is going to sound stupid, but I think of Rex Burkhead.
I liked Rex, actually.
Yeah.
Underrated.
All right. Who is it? I can't.
Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon. Okay.
Yeah.
I liked him. I forgot about him.
That dude was just scary looking. Like, he's a guy that just looking at you, look like he's going to murder you. But he was a badass. So there you go. Nicely done.
That was a fun one. That was a
good list. Yeah. All right. We were talking baseball really quick. We forgot to mention this the last pod. You see those bats some of these guys have been hitting with lately, like the pencil bat?
Yeah, I saw the pencil bat, Bryson Stott.
Yeah. There was one other bat too that was.
The day after I saw that.
Wasn't it like the Phillies bat with like the mascot of the Phillies? Didn't it have something to do with that?
Oh, it could have. Now. But the day after I saw Bryson Stott's number 2 pencil one, it popped up on TikTok where this guy makes a bunch of bats and he made like a full-on he made like 10 different pens and pencils and eraser ones.
Nice. So yeah, those are pretty wicked. I liked them.
I can't believe that's legal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was my initial.
That's got to be very distracting.
Well. Yeah, but whatever, I guess.
But yeah,
the pink on it, yeah, just the pink eraser part of it.
And even if you just did a little bit of Ricky Weeks there, that's got to distract the hell
if your
out
console will hold it 10 feet in the air and they won't.
Yeah, then it doesn't bother.
Oh man. Well, hey, the Angels waived like half of their starting lineup, so
yeah. So this is kind of a new thing. There used to be, if you waived a player, you could kind of, after the trade deadline, you could kind of do like another trade. Like a guy could pick him up and you can send him like a 19-year-old prospect that just hasn't worked out. You're not getting a lot back, but you're getting something back.
Yeah.
And they've changed that. Plus, they've changed the playoffs to where there's one extra playoff team now.
Yep.
So the Angels, we all talked about it on the podcast earlier during the trade deadline. Angels kind of went all in to keep Shoehei, and they've been like 7-18 or 8-18 since the trade deadline. So they're out of it. So they went ahead and waived pretty much everybody they traded for. They did not waive CJ Cron, who's a first baseman, because I think he's on the IL. Okay. But they waived Lucas Giolito, Ronaldo Lopez, Matt Moore, Randall Grichuk, and Hunter Renfroe.
And Matt Moore ended up coming back, correct?
No, the Guardians. So everybody's kind of wondering.
One of them returned, I thought.
Not that I know of. Carlos Carrasco did to the Mets.
Oh, okay.
So how this works? So basically, a team can waive you, and then based on your record. So the Oakland A's, we've been talking all year how bad the Oakland A's have been. They would have the first chance at picking up the remaining contract, because basically your contract's cut into 6 throughout the years. So a lot of these guys have like $1 million or like 900,000 or $1.5 million left on your contract. So all these bad teams are not going to pick them up, because why would you want to spend more money when you're trying to suck?
Right.
So it kind of turned into, well, the Guardians are kind of not out of it. The Reds, Marlins, all those teams, going by worst record, would be the first teams to claim them. And there was a lot. And then we were all kind of surprised because the Guardians pretty much gave up on the year. I mentioned that last podcast or maybe the one before.
Yeah.
And they went out and they claimed Lucas Giolito, they claimed Ronaldo Lopez, and they claimed Matt Moore, all from the Angels, which their starting 5 pitchers right now are all rookies. So, and they're, I think it's just a team thing that like all teams do, but they always put rookie pitchers on like innings restrictions, probably so you don't blow your arm out your rookie year. So a lot of these guys, they've shut a couple guys down already. So they probably picked these guys up just to be innings eaters.
Right.
But they're only 5 games back because the AL Central sucks. So it would have been cool to see them just let it go and see who, like, I'm glad like the Dodgers didn't get Lucas Giolito or the Braves get another bullpen arm or something, or the Cubs are right before the Brewers in the standings. So
yeah.
Personally, if anybody was going to sign these guys, I'm glad the Guardians did. And then actually the Reds ended up claiming Hunter Renfroe and Harrison Bader from the Yankees, which they needed pitching, but they're playing the Cubs right now. So maybe this gives them a little spark. It'd be cool to see the Reds beat the Cubs 2 out of 3 just to keep the Reds kind of in it yet and to beat up on the Cubs a little bit because the Brewers got a pretty big series with the Phillies coming up. So, but the Brewers ended up picking up Josh Donaldson. I've always liked Josh Donaldson. He was part of the Oakland A's team that I've always rooted for, or I rooted for back after or right before the the Moneyball A's. I always liked that team.
Yeah.
Around that time, I liked it before Moneyball, and then Moneyball came out, and I fell in love with the Oakland A's. But he was part of that system. So having him come to Milwaukee, I think he has a higher potential than like Brian Anderson, who's been struggling since pretty much after April. And Andrew Monasterio is a rookie right now. So, but they didn't pick him off waivers. I think he was actually released.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'm not sure
because he ended up signing a minor league deal with the Milwaukee Brewers. So, and I think he's actually injured right now. So it might be mid-September before we see him, if we see him at all. But yeah, Brewers got one guy out of this whole thing, and then luckily for us, the Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, Braves did not land any of these guys that got waived. We'll have to see if MLB changes this next year. Because it would have been crazy, like if the Padres had a couple more wins. The Padres already have a stacked roster. They've just been piss poor basically all year. Like the pitching's good. You got all these guys on like Fernando Tatis. You got Manny Machado. You got Juan Soto, and a bunch of guys around him that are really good. If you would have had 5 more wins and added these guys, like that's a scary freaking team. So I'm glad they didn't sign them, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a new thing that happened this year. And with the Angels waiving everybody, we didn't mention last week, Shohei actually got injured, so he's done pitching for the year.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you're paying attention to this Shohei stuff. I personally think he's a little overrated. Like people are saying he's the greatest people are saying he's the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball already.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you've had a couple of really good years of pitching and you're a hell of a hitter. But if you only do that for 4 years, like you're not the GOAT.
Could
just
be
like something with the Angels, like Mike Trout. They're like, oh, he's already a Hall of Famer. How is he? What has he done that he's already a Hall of Famer? I get it. He did play good defense. He smoked the hell out of the ball when he hit it. But like he's been injured the last 7 years. If you go back, I think he was in the same draft as Mookie Betts and Bryce Harper. I would draft both of those guys before if like they did a redraft today. Both of those guys, I think Mookie Betts goes 1, Bryce Harper goes 2, and Mike Trout goes 3. So saying that, yes,
I think Shohei wins because of the popularity contest.
No, not Shohei.
Honestly.
That's not Shohei. It's Mike Trout.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mike Trout's also got the popularity.
He does, but if you look at stats, Mookie has him beat in
Oh,
every stat category.
Mookie's been absolutely incredible and consistently on the field. So, no, I get it.
I mean, and I don't know. I just think everything with the Angels is very overrated. So
I don't think Shohei is Babe. We got to get that out of the way right now. I think Shohei. I don't think he's the greatest baseball player of all time. You could definitely put him in the argument for most talented. Just straight up talent. That's why, like I always say,
I don't know because. Okay, go ahead.
It's like the conversation of Rodgers versus Brady, who's the best quarterback of all time. It's Brady, but Rodgers is the most talented quarterback of all time. You know, it's that same thing where it's a slightly different conversation. So,
all right. So we're gonna, just so everybody knows, we're gonna do a college football draft later on here. Let's say we do that with baseball, today's players.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Shohei top 4. Wow. I personally think Ronald Acuna Jr. plays really good offense or plays really good outfield defense. He's the first player in history to get 30 home runs and 60 stolen bases in a season.
Just got married too.
And he just got, eat that, Shohei. Yeah. But I personally would take him above him. I think Aaron Judge is a better player. I know the toe injury is really
that's
messed with him this year. But that dude plays elite defense, and he's the most powerful home run hitter we've seen lately, past steroids. I would argue Mookie Betts as well. And then on first base, it's hard to find an elite first baseman in this league. And Freddie Freeman has been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
And Matt Olson has been doing it for quite a while. So I thought of a comparison today. The Atlanta Braves at first base are basically the Green Bay Packers at quarterback. They went from Freddie Freeman and finally won a World Series. And then he leaves. He goes to the Dodgers, and they bring in Matt Olson the very next season. And Matt Olson's right there with Shohei now with the home runs this year. So it's basically like Favre to Rodgers from Freeman to Olson. I think it's awesome. Good for you, Braves. So personally, I would take all those players, but before I would take Shohei. You can't take a pitcher before him because the guy can hit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we'll see.
There's my Shohei rant.
Yeah. Probably more to come.
Yeah. People are saying that this injury cost him $200 million, which the dude's probably going to get $45 million this offseason, which is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, he'll get paid. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
do you want to do a little
for us?
I mean, last night the Braves and Dodgers started their series. I personally was really intrigued to see the MVP race. Acuna has been leading it all year. Mookie Betts is right on his tail. And then you got the 2 first basemen I talked about. Those are the top 4 NL contenders for MVP, plus for the top 2 teams in the NL. So I actually watched that game last night, and Acuna hit a grand slam.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw it on SportsCenter.
The Braves went up 6-1, and then Mookie hits a 3-run home run, kind of brings the Dodgers back into it, and then he hits a solo shot. Braves ended up winning 8-7, but that was a hell of a game. To me, if the Dodgers can take the next 3, I'm going to put them in there with the Braves. But if they split it, I still think it's Braves tier 1, Dodgers are the start of the next tier. Standing wise, nothing a whole lot has changed so far since the last time I talked. Brewers are still in the lead. We have a big series with the Phillies coming up. We actually have the exact same record. So good news for Cubs fans. The 2 teams that are above you in the wild card and the division are playing each other. But they need to take care of the Reds here this series. And they actually play, I think it's Reds, Diamondbacks, and Giants, who are the 2 teams behind them, or 3 teams behind them. So big couple weeks for the Cubs. Brewers basically have the Phillies, and then they have, I think, like the Pirates and the Yankees coming up. So if we could take 2 or 3 from the Phillies and take care of business after that, it's looking good for the Brewers. but we did lose 2 or 3 to the Cubs. I won't go through all the standings. Baltimore is still ahead of the Tampa Bay. I can't believe Tampa Bay is still winning. I also didn't mention the Wander Franco stuff. That stuff's insane. There's more coming out. Have you heard anything about that, Doug?
No.
Wander Franco got suspended, or I don't know what they're calling it, but basically there's sex allegations with 14-year-old girls.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So he's been missing baseball. They have all these injuries to their pitchers and other guys.
How did I not hear about that? Wow.
Yeah, well,
that's gross.
Yep. He was like the first player in Rays history to get like this long-term big contract. They're kind of like the Brewers of the AL. They have like an awesome system that you always get great pitching out of, and guys will just play better. They're a better version of the Brewers, I would say. But Wander Franco's the first guy they kind of just paid, and he was like 19 years old. They gave him like $200 million contract or something like that. But yeah, all this came out, and it was like, wow, there goes the Rays. Nope. This new guy comes up. I can't even pronounce his name. Been playing just fine. They're hitting the crap out of the ball. Something with those Rays, man. I said earlier this year, Shane McClanahan might be the best pitcher in baseball. He's probably the best left-handed pitcher in baseball. He's out for the season. They're doing just fine. So that's insane to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing else is really changing the standings. So Mariners, they're in first place in the AL West. That between the AL West and the NL Central, those are the divisions to watch coming down the stretch, because the Mariners have a 1-game lead over the Astros, it looks like. Actually, no, it looks like the Astros have just played 2 more games. They just have 1 more loss, 1 more win. And then the Rangers are a game behind them. So that's a 3-team race between that and then the NL Central with the Brewers and Cubs. And then let's see what the Reds do this weekend. Those are the division races to watch besides the wild cards. So gotcha. I'm about out of breath from talking so much baseball. So we can move on if you want.
It's all right. It's an important time in baseball. The fall is an awesome time of year.
Yeah.
So Bryce mentioned earlier doing some college football drafting. So college football season has officially started. There's actually some pretty, I was just working out and stuff this morning. I always got Sports Center on, and there were some pretty good games last night even. So Badgers open up tomorrow against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Excited to begin the new look Badger era with Luke Fickell and Tanner Mordecai and company. So I'm really excited. And Braylon Allen, obviously can't forget him, but really excited for this Badger team. I'm not expecting like big things year one. Like I'm not expecting us to go to the playoff this year, but it is so
time out.
refreshing.
Haven't they changed the playoffs though? Is this the year that they goes to 8 teams, or is it next year?
Yet. Next year, I believe.
Okay.
Yep. So, but yeah, it's going to be a fun year. It's kind of like the Packers, where it's new, it's fresh, it's a breath of fresh air, and I'm just really excited for it. So
yeah, just like the Packers, I think anything that comes out of this season is like just extra, because we kind of expect a down year a little bit, just with so many new things going on and the Big Ten kind of growing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have very high expectations, but
yeah,
it might take a year.
I was incorrect with the playoff thing.
It is this year.
Yeah, 12 teams.
Okay.
Yep,
12 teams. So I expect the Badgers to make it.
After that, yeah, 12 teams, 6 conference champions ranked highest by the selection committee. No minimum rank required. Plus the 6 highest ranked other teams. So
I think it might take the good thing is the difference between pro football and college football. You got a couple games with some teams like Buffalo. That's a learning game there. Like NFL, you're in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe these first 2 games, the Badgers kind of figure out what they are. I'm just excited to just not be a ground and pound, 5-yard pass.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off there. I think we're wrong still. I think that begins in the 2024 season, not the 2023 season. Sorry, College football is normally not my like number one go-to. And
No,
honestly, I
same
didn't
here.
watch much Badgers last year because it was just kind of getting old. But
Well, that and I don't take a whole lot out of like coming out week one, Alabama's number one. Like
yeah,
you never know who's going to be good. So
right.
I'm just excited. If we have a really good season, awesome.
Yeah.
If we make the
I
playoff,
feel like a little bit of like a I don't want to say a bandwagoner, but I really haven't been a like diehard Badger fan. Like obviously Badger game's on and I got nothing to do, I'm gonna watch it, but like it's just been dry the last, few seasons. So no, this
well, I
year
think
is normal. We're still gonna have the winner of the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl meeting in
this
the
might change how you
national
feel though.
championship. But yeah, exactly. And that's exciting. So
I think the Badgers will be more exciting this year.
I think they will as well.
We're
Absolutely.
not
Well,
gonna
absolutely.
hand, yeah, we're not gonna hand the ball off and then dink and dive. Here's a 5 yard pass.
We have like three legitimate quarterbacks that are all
Yeah,
better than what we've had in the past. So
just thinking back, the last time I was excited about Badgers football was the end of the season. They got rid of what's his name and then brought this guy in, Luke Fickle
great.
in, and then
Oh yeah.
right, and then they started getting all these guys. I'm like, holy crap, the
Yeah,
Badgers are
getting
doing
some
something.
recruits. Yeah. And I saw Florida played last night. Graham Mertz is the starting quarterback for Florida now, wearing 15,
Yeah.
which is like, come on. But he threw like 44 passes and only had one touchdown. So
Oh,
like
every Badgers
his
fan
yeah,
knows what
his
Graham
stats
Mertz
looked
is.
pretty good. He went like I think it was like 31 of 44 or something for over 300 yards, but one touchdown. I was like, there it is.
You know who we need to have on if we really want to talk some Badgers football is Nate Taylor.
Well, yeah.
If Badgers make the
He's
playoffs,
Badgers to our Bucks. That what
yeah,
I remember growing up anyway.
if Badgers make the playoffs, we will have Nate Taylor on. I promise you that.
All right, there you go. So let's jump into this draft here. This is not going to be anything official. We got about 8 minutes here, so we're not going to like do a super deep dive. But I thought it'd be fun just to kick off the college season and the fantasy season, starting with NFL next week, to do another fantasy draft. But this time we're going to draft the greatest college players of all time. So we're just going to do kind of like a mock fantasy football starting lineup. So one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, one tight end, one defense. We're going to take flex out of there. And even though there's been some good college kickers,
We
we'll
might
take
as well
that.
just do it.
Kickers?
Yeah, why not?
Give me my last pick. I'll pick Roberto Aguayo right now, just for fun.
No, at the end we will just last pick.
You
How about
must
we
have
agree to that?
have a guy you like. All
Now,
right.
I did a little research. All right, so just time out.
Yeah.
So there's there's a quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, a tight end,
kicker,
and
a
a defense
defense.
and a kicker.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I have a coin flip on my computer. Do you trust me, or do you need to see it?
I don't trust you, but go ahead.
All right. I'll let you call. What do you call?
Tails. Always
It
fails.
is. It is tails. Would you like to go first or second?
I want to go second.
All right. We're not going to go snake. We're just going to go back forth. So you're going second. All right. I am. The fun part about this is there's so many good options that
right.
It's all running backs. There are so many amazing college running backs where I'm going to take one right now that's probably not even in the top 5, but I'm worried you might take him. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to be a little bit of a homer. I'm taking Ron Dane.
It's hard not to swear.
I know that was a total strategy pick because I was like, ooh, there's like a million good, amazing college running backs of all time. Ron Dane is on probably the top 10 list for sure. So that's good enough for me. Ron Dane, my number one pick.
Do you want me to
Heisman winning
share?
Ron Dane?
You want me to screen share?
If you want to.
I just made it. So
okay.
Let me go in, share.
There we are.
Can you see it? Okay. So here's your board. Oh. We'll put our Dane.
Give me Ronnie Dane. Thank
okay,
you.
just so people can see.
All right.
With that being said, I have a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Reggie Bush.
Oh, all right. All right.
I don't think I looked up a lot of lists and he wasn't on like top 5 for any of them. But
Same.
growing up,
Yeah. I did a
that
little cheating
blows
as
my
well.
mind.
I know. And it might be a little recency bias because we grew up like we were kids when Reggie Bush was doing his thing. And God dang it, was he fun. Go on YouTube and just Google just YouTube Reggie Bush high school mixtape and
Yes.
just get some popcorn. Oh man. He was
Yeah.
so good. Oh, he was so good.
Hey, can we have 2 quarterbacks just for fun? It's just me and you.
It's just us. Super
Let's do
flex it
2
up.
quarterbacks.
All
We're
right,
gonna super
we're
flex.
going super flex. All right. We might have to
Okay,
extend
Doug's
this
up.
into part 2. All right. Well, now that changes my pick. So I'm gonna go quarterback here. I'm gonna go Tebow.
I like the pick. That's an easy. That should have been one of one.
Yeah,
But
probably. Tebow is just it's hard too. Like these guys were so good in college, and a lot of people were gonna say, like clearly my starting lineup so far were duds in the NFL, but we're
right.
just absolutely phenomenal in college. So I'm going with Tebow.
All right. Man, I think I'm gonna take Randy Moss.
Oh shoot, that was gonna be my next pick. Yep.
At Marshall, that dude was a beast.
Yes. So good. We are. We gotta finish it. Jeez. All right. You know what? I'm gonna load up here now that we're doing this super flex because there's some good wide receivers too. So I'm going quarterback number 2, Vince Young.
Damn you, because I wanted to put Vince Young and Reggie Bush on the same team.
Yeah, another super fun player to watch when we were growing up. Oh, Vince Young was so much fun on NCAA football.
Yeah.
He was a cheat code. So was RG3.
Oh man, what do I do now? Well, you can't take any more quarterbacks, so I can just leave that.
That's a good strategy. Yeah.
I feel like I
There's
should take another running back. You know what? I'm taking Ricky Williams.
ooh, that's a good one.
That's a personal thing there.
Texas.
I always liked Ricky Williams.
Yeah. Ricky Williams is a beast, man. All right. Oh, let's see. I need a wide receiver. It's funny. Like the top 3 greatest, probably, I would say my top 3 greatest college quarter or wide receivers of all time are probably also my top 3 greatest NFL wide receivers of all time. So I'm going to give you one of them here. Randy Moss was one. Megatron. Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
so good. So good.
I debated.
Let's see. I got his stats up here. 178 catches, 2,927 yards in 3 seasons with 28 touchdowns. Back-to-back All-American at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Got the Blitnikoff Award. So, if that dude would have played like 3 or 4 more years.
Yeah, I agree. Man, I really want to take like 3 wide receivers. I should have just given you Randy Moss. You know what? I'm taking Dallas Clark, tight end.
Wow.
Iowa.
All right. I like that one a lot, actually.
Thank you.
One of the many stud Iowa tight ends.
Yeah.
Iowa breeds wrestlers and tight ends.
That is for sure.
So, ooh, all right. Well, yeah, okay, I'll say, look at my team here quick. All right. I'm going to continue to just let running back sit there for a little bit because there's so many to choose from that I won't be upset. Have you taken both your running backs then? You got Ricky and Reggie Bush, so I'll definitely wait.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is easy.
Decision.
This is easy. Jerry Rice.
Yep.
Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, you're gonna get the casuals on that one there.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice and Calvin Johnson.
Dude almost had 5,000 receiving yards in college, and he had 50 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just so crazy. 300 caught 300 balls. That's crazy.
All right. Defense, I'm
No,
taking.
no, no, no. I was going to take that. Dang it. That was going to be
So
my next pick.
there,
Oh, shoot.
I took the 0-1 Miami defense. It personally, that
Oh, my
is,
God. I even pulled up their roster.
yes,
It's stupid.
that is one of the
Oh,
greatest, if not the greatest rosters of all time. I would question.
oh.
So 11 Alabama was there.
Yeah.
That was about the only other one to me. But like roster wise, I wish I could take the whole roster because that
Oh,
roster's effing loaded.
yeah. That,
But
seriously, let me pull this roster up because
well, I know
it's,
it's led by Ed Reed on defense.
okay. So, just defense. They had, where are we at here? There we go. Okay. So Andrew Williams went to the NFL, just the names I remember. Vince Wilfork, Jonathan Vilma, DJ Williams, Philip Buchanan, Ed Reed, Entrell Roll. They were absolutely stacked. They were,
Yep.
oh God, such a good team. Damn you. Sorry, I probably hurt some earballs on the cast here.
Yeah,
But
you got pretty loud there. That's okay.
yeah, that's all right. All right. I got to use, like I say in school, use your 6-inch voice. Right here. Use your 6-inch voice. And we're in level 0 in the hallway. Okay. We got to pause for a second. We're going to stop this. I'm going to quick just jump into our product of the week, take a short little intermission, and then we'll jump right back into the rest of our draft. So, you want to know what the product of the week is?
What is it there, Doug?
It's a weird one. It's just specific to me. Is lysine supplement pills, or just lysine the supplement. Yeah.
What is
So
that?
I don't know if you know, Bryce, but like my whole life and my members of my family too have always gotten terrible canker sores in our mouths. Not cold sores on your lips, but canker sores inside your mouth. And they just suck. And for years I've been swishing with salt water and hydrogen peroxide and all the stuff. And I always just had to wait them out, and they last like 2 weeks. And like 6 months ago, I started taking lysine supplements that are for like mouth tissue health. And it's ironic because I actually do have a canker sore now in my mouth, but it's because I bit the same corner of my lip or my cheek like 3 times, 3 days in a row, really badly, like the same spot. So the lysine couldn't keep up with that. But otherwise, I've bit because I bite my cheeks so hard all the time. And I always got canker sores as a kid from like stress. Stress, you can actually get canker sores pretty easy. So now that I've been taking those though, I've been like canker sore for, this is the first canker sore I've had in like 6 months. It's crazy. So it used to be like once a month I'd have a canker sore. So there you go. Anyone who suffers from canker sores, lysine supplements, I'm telling you, game changer in the Bradley household.
I chew tobacco for that. Don't do that. Share
Yeah.
screen again. I can't share my screen. You want to go
Oh,
back to that?
let me give the powers that be because I'm really important, and I can do it right away now. So,
God, we're good. Look at us go.
I know. You know what? I say that. Are you good?
Yeah, you can see me, can't you?
Yep.
All right. So, Doug, you are
Oh,
up, my
it's
friend.
sharing both. What are we doing?
Well, I only see mine.
I told you we got it down now, and I got a little too cocky.
We're good now, right?
Oh, okay. Who can share? Yep. I cannot see your screen, so reshare.
Can
There
you see
we
it
are.
now?
Yep. I hit 2 people can share at once. Shouldn't have done that. My bad.
Okay.
Yep.
So we are 5 picks in each. Doug, you were up.
Yeah. Well,
would you like to see my board? Just to see what is my board.
Yeah. My wide receivers are done. Yeah, we're kind of at the point now where it's like there's not much strategy left in it. You just kind of take what you want to do.
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah, there's mine there. You did both your running backs, yeah. And you did, yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess. I am going to
just to let you know, I'm taking a kicker because there's only one kicker in the Hall of Fame for college football.
I mean, the greatest running back in college football history is Archie Griffin. And then it's probably Herschel Walker. And then Barry Sanders. There's so many. And Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, like you name it. But I'm just going to go.
If it was, yeah, go ahead. Yep.
I'm just gonna go with a guy who I don't think has ever gotten enough recognition because he played like 100 years ago, and including in the NFL. I'm going Jim Brown. Might be just
I thought you were going with me.
Yeah, running back. My what?
I do like the pick. I like the pick.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly, but that's again when Jim Brown is like probably, but not a slam dunk top 5. He might even not even be top 5 running back of all time in college, but top 10, like that's how you know running backs is just a dominant list. So really, my 2 running backs. It's crazy that we have drafted 4 running backs and none of them are the names, even like OJ even. So we're probably both idiots for not including any of these guys, but we're allowed to have a little bias too. So
you know what? I'm gonna save my kicker because
go for it.
Yeah, saving him.
Well, is Janikowski in the Hall of Fame?
No, you'll find out. I'm taking Cam
kicker.
Newton.
Oh, you said kicker.
I know. Okay. I changed it because I said at the beginning we'll take kickers last. So
okay,
I'm taking Cam Newton. That dude was a freaking beast in college.
Yeah,
and I still think he could be a beast in the NFL. I don't know what else to say.
He could?
Yeah. I really do.
Wow.
Enough said. Cam Newton's my quarterback.
Yes, please, enough said. Cam's washed, man.
All right. Time out. Let's go back. Auburn Cam Newton, though, was a freaking beast.
Oh, yeah. Except for when he was like stealing computers and doing other dumb stuff. But you know, it's college.
That's not we're not counting that. So you got a tight end, defense, or a kicker.
Yeah. Again, tons of good tight ends. Honestly, right now, is it Brock Bowers at Georgia, right? Yeah.
Current guys, I don't even know.
So yeah, this kid at Georgia is legit, could be the greatest college tight end ever already. I don't know if you've heard of this kid.
I looked up some names and there's a couple current guys on every list.
Okay.
I think he was like one of them. And I was
Brock Bowers, like we had a draft class loaded in tight ends and we have as of recently. Is this
how you spell it?
Yep. He is so unbelievably good. Like I could legitimately see him being a top 5 pick, just like Kyle Pitts was.
All right, Doug going against
his. But no, I'm not taking Brock Bowers. Sorry, I'm not taking Brock Bowers. I don't want to pick him because he's not done in college, but his resume already speaks for itself. But I'm gonna go with Heath Miller, Virginia.
All right, so I have to say a debatable thing. Aaron Hernandez should have been picked.
I thought about it.
If we had 2 tight ends, I would have considered Aaron Hernandez. I would have left you to pick 2, and then I would have picked either Aaron Hernandez if he was left.
Yeah.
Jermaine Gresham.
There's a new documentary on Netflix about the Florida Gator football team with Hernandez and Tebow and all them.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch that.
Or I would have saved it and taken my Badger, Travis Beckham.
Yeah. Underrated. Top 10 tight end of all time, honestly. Travis Beckham was an absolute monster.
Or just to pad my defense, I would have taken Shockey, that 0-1 Miami team.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there was Kellen Winslow, I think, was on that team too.
Yep. That dude. Oh, that team's so freaking loaded. All
right. That's crazy. All right. It's your pick? You're going
pretty easy here.
I knew you were doing that.
I can't not take Joe Burrow.
People are so the general public, all 8 of them, who's going to watch this, but they're going to see this list and going to see all these running backs missing, and they're going to see no Peyton Manning on this list and just think we're the biggest idiots of all time.
Just honestly, though, if you look, there's so many.
There's honestly, Bryce, there's no way you should have those 2 over Peyton Manning, but I knew you were going to take Burrow. But again, this is our draft. We can do what we want. We can have fun.
Yeah. Guess what?
I would have taken Johnny Manziel over both of your guys, but that's what it is.
No.
Dude,
even college-wise, if the guy played more than how many years did he play in college?
Johnny was freaking electric, man. There's nothing as big of an idiot as he was.
All right.
All right. Yeah. No. Let's keep going. That's a rabbit hole we don't need to jump down.
You're lucky.
All right. We got to wrap
I would
this
have
up.
looked up stats. I bet you I would have won. All right, back to Doug's team.
All right.
You need a defense and a kicker.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with a defense.
Alabama?
I'm just gonna go with. There's so many probably good defenses. This probably is in top 5 though for sure. Maybe even top 3. But the 2011 Alabama defense, I just remember it, so that's why I wanted to put it. Not a lot of huge names. They were just a rock solid defense. Some guys that really hit in the NFL, or like were at least names in the NFL, were Dante Hightower, C.J. Mosley, Courtney Upshaw, HaHa Clinton Dix, Dre Kirkpatrick. So they had a pretty good. Well, obviously they had a very good defense, but
yeah.
So yeah.
So I could easily take Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I could take Greg Jennings. I could take Michael Crabtree.
Corey Davis.
Or Corey Davis.
Corey Davis at Western Michigan, I think. Corey Davis was an absolute beast in college. Just retired.
I'm taking AJ Green.
Dude, come on.
The dude was a beast
homer.
At Georgia? No, that dude was awesome.
I know AJ Green had a great college career, but you got 2
great college career. His college career was better than his pro career, and he had one hell of a pro career. Who else would you have taken above him? We took Randy Moss.
Honestly, I probably would have taken Corey Davis over him. Corey Davis. Michael Crabtree was a good one. I don't know if he's in my top 10 though, but dude, Corey Davis was so good.
We could have taken Lee Evans from Wisconsin back in 99 to 03.
Yeah. Lee Evans was a stud. All right.
So just to back up my pick.
Yeah.
I was a Bengals fan before AJ Green was there, and I saw AJ Green at Georgia, and I was like, dude, that guy's effing awesome. And then the Bengals got him, and he was effing awesome. So that is personally seeing what he was in college.
Yeah.
Trust me, the dude was amazing in college.
All right.
Are you gonna come up?
I'm gonna go with a kicker.
I'll type it in for you.
No, not Mason Crosby. He was very excellent in college.
He was very good in college.
Very excellent. You don't hear that much. He was excellent in college. I'm
going
to
to
go with
Hall of
the only guy who's ever been inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame as a kicker.
You're taking Are you taking him now?
Well, you told me. How am I? No, I will leave him for you. Like I said, just for fun, I'm just give me Roberto Aguayo. One of the biggest busts of all time. One. Aguayo. Oh God.
Here, I'll give you one.
Yeah. Let's
one for one on kicks and
Aguayo. Aguayo. Ayo. Not Aguayo. Aguayo, not Aguayo. Take out your.
That one's for the podcast. This one's for the podcast. Ayo. No, but I'm taking is it Kevin Butler out of Georgia?
Yes. Yep.
The only kicker to make it to the Hall of Fame for college football.
Yep.
Butler.
I think was Janikowski pretty good in college? I honestly don't know.
I made it to the number 1, and I said, "Well, I'll just take a kicker before Doug because I know how Doug drafts." and I didn't look past that. And I saw Crosby. And I saw Crosby was top 5 in every list. So I said, if anything, I'll just take Crosby for the room.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you put Ray Guy in there. He was a punter, but Ray Guy was just sweet feet, man.
Yeah.
All right. So there's our teams.
Let's spend like 1 minute. So we didn't draft Marcus Mariota.
Yeah. Well,
Matt Leinart.
There's so many quarterbacks, dude.
Yeah, we did. We talked about the running backs. Let's not go over them.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of wide receivers, tight ends. We even said Aaron Hernandez, Jermaine Grisham, Mercedes Lewis. He was really good.
Yes, Big Dog was good in college.
The same years that Aaron Hernandez played.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? We mentioned Beckham and Shockey.
Dennis Pitta was really good.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish we would have had 4 or 5 guys in this draft because that would have been really fun.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll do something similar.
Yeah.
All right. We got some NFL to talk here for the rest of the time here. AFC division by division breakdown. So trying to think, we did each division and then we're going to rank them 16 to 1. Trying to think which is the worst. Well, I guess I shouldn't have to think. I know what the worst division in the AFC is. On the count of 3, say which division is the worst. Are you ready? Are you not ready?
Let me pull up my. Oh, it's not the North. It's not the one with the Chiefs. It's the other one.
Well,
which one's left?
The East and the South.
Oh, it's got to be the South, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. That is the AFC South. They are awful. They're probably the worst conference in all of football. It's actually going to be a tough conversation just because it's like, okay, who truly is going to be the worst? But let's go on here to Sharp Football Analysis. So let's see. The Colts actually have a great strength of schedule. They are third easiest schedule. Over under of 6.5. I'm still going to take the under on that. I don't think Jonathan Taylor plays for the Colts ever again, even though I think he's going to be on the team for a while yet. Packers supposedly had interest in him and were willing to pay him. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. That just makes zero sense.
Okay, but you did say I'd give up A.J. Dillon and a whatever pick for him. You said that.
I know I did.
I
know I did. And I think I was just a little giddy.
It would be amazing.
How cool would it be to have JT? Yeah, exactly. But
my background for the day.
That would be so amazing, but we don't need to pay that dude. Although we do, we're going to have to draft a running back here soon because A.J. Dillon, I don't think unless he blows up this year, he has not proven that when Aaron Jones goes over the hill, which is probably this year, that he can be our guy. So whether it's his fault or not, but we don't need to have a Packer conversation. So I'm just saying, I think we're going to be drafting a running back next year, probably high again. So Colts over under 6.5. I'm definitely taking the under. Definitely taking the under. As good as I think he could be, Anthony Richardson is getting way overvalued right now. He might be the greatest athlete quarterback we've seen, and probably going to be one of the greatest runners. But he could also be one of the worst throwers. He will be the worst thrower of any football that is
Lamar Jackson 2.0.
No, Lamar can throw the ball. You watch this here, man. You watch.
I will.
So then we got, let's see, probably Texans next for the worst team in the division. Texans, they are, let's see, where are they at in strength of schedule? They are 9th, so also a pretty good strength of schedule. 6.5 again. I'm hammering the under on that as well. You got to
explain to the crowd quick, Doug. So 1 to 32.
1 is the easiest schedule.
You got to
32
explain
is
that.
the most difficult. Yep.
Because that can be confusing to people.
Yep. So 9th, the Texans have the 9th easiest schedule, number 9. Yeah. 6.5 over under. I'm taking the under on that. Although I do think
they could be a surprising team this year.
I could see him getting 6 wins, which would be at 3 more than they had last year. So
I think they are, excuse my language, piss poor Packers team.
I don't know about that.
I think they have got talented guys on the roster with questions that
I don't know. I feel like they kind of just filled some holes where they needed to with some decent talent, but they don't have any depth.
I think their defense is going to be good, and we'll see about the offense. That's my Packers.
As good as I think DeMeco Ryans can be, he can't just fix the defense right off the gate either. But let's jump over here to Tennessee, who I think is going to be 2nd in the division. We will see. They are 13th. So 13th easiest schedule. 7.5 over under. That's a good line.
That's a good line. They should win 8 games.
They should with having a top half strength of schedule.
You should win 3 out of 4 against the Colts and the Texans.
You know what? I'm going to give them the over. I'm going to give them 8 wins just because I like the coaching.
They got
Tannehill's
DeAndre.
healthy. They got Hopkins. I don't think Hopkins is going to be Hopkins of old. Let me get that right. Get that out there.
Even
right
if
away.
he's 75% of what he was.
Yes,
That should
75%
get you
of
a
elite
game or two.
Hopkins with a healthy Traylon Burks. I really like Chigakonkwo, their tight end. Keep Derrick Henry healthy. I really like Tyjae Spears, that running back they drafted. So they have the pieces. It's just they got to stay there.
And you know what? I was low on the Titans when I made my early season predictions. DeAndre Hopkins might be the most talented wide receiver Tannehill's going to play with that they haven't traded.
That Tannehill's ever played with?
That they haven't traded. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to think who he ever would have played with, like Miami or something. But we also know the Titans is where wide receivers go to die. So
yes, there's that. So 7.5 is a great number.
Yeah, that is a good that is a good line for sure. Then lastly, the Jaguars. I know you really like the Jags this year.
I do.
I really like the Jags this year as well. They are 15 strength of schedule. So all 4 teams have a top half strength of schedule. Jags are right in the middle. Their over-under is 9.5.
11.
11, really? So you're confidently hitting the over.
Oh, easy.
Really? Wow.
Easily.
Damn.
I think
they'd have to go 9 and 8 if they. Oh.
They are the only team that I think can compete
9
with the Cincinnati Bengals for the number 1 seed.
In the AFC?
Period. Yes.
What are you smoking, man?
We'll see when we get to the rest of the divisions. I'm just saying.
Ayahuasca with Rodgers or what?
No, I looked at every schedule. The way the Jaguars' schedule looks, they could have a very good record at the end of the season.
Could.
And
they got to put some stuff together though.
And the other teams that were or are still really good have a very tough schedule.
I do think though people got to pump the brakes on Calvin Ridley a little bit.
Sure, but they still have.
I know.
They have a weak man's Bengals wide receiving core.
You and all this poor man's version of this and that. They're a different version of this. They're a poor man's version of this.
That's what they are.
I do like the Jags, but clearly not as much as you.
At the very least, they're 2 seed.
9.5.
Easy over. That's my bet of the AFC right there.
I will give them 10 wins, so I'll go over just because they have a top half strength of schedule. If they were knocked down like 3 notches, I'd probably put them under at 9. But
if that team doesn't win 11 games,
I'm also hopeful because I have Trevor
season.
Lawrence in Dynasty. So
I got Trevor Lawrence in our other draft.
Yeah, you do. That's right. There you go. All right, so your winner of the AFC South, pretty unanimous. It's the Jags. Can I say we both say Titans 2, Texans 3, Colts 4?
Yeah, let me just pull up what I had. I did have the Jaguars 11 wins in my early pre whatever the hell predictions.
Yeah.
Who's the other teams? I had the Titans at 6 wins, the Texans at 5, and the Colts at 4.
Okay.
I don't think I'll change that.
Yeah. Let's go on to another. I don't think it's a great division. I think it's a 2-headed race, I guess, better than the last division. But AFC West. So we got the Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Chargers. I think the worst team in the division will be the Raiders.
I agree.
Okay. Raiders strength of schedule, second to last, 31, which means they have almost the most difficult schedule. Over under is 7.5. I'm hammering that under. Yeah, go ahead.
I predict off the top of my head, I said, oh, that's a 6-7 win team, which I had them at 6 wins. I might go lower than that. 5 wins.
I think they can get 6 wins, but I do think, yeah, with this strength of schedule, I think Josh McDaniels is a garbage coach.
Yeah.
I think Garoppolo can get the job done if he's there, but I honestly think Aiden McConnell might be starting some games at quarterback this year.
And he looks good.
And he might be the better quarterback. Yeah. I think Devontae, there's a great chance he's not there by the end of this season. Like,
he might be a
because
Jet.
they suck. Yeah,
He might be a Jet.
You watch. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he will be.
And
I
then
have money down that guy's a Jet.
and Josh Jacobs is not gonna be what he was last year. He got so many touches. He was amazing last year. Don't get me wrong, but he's not gonna return to the same value he had last year. Jacoby Myers. Okay. Lost
Hunter
Darren
Renfroe.
Waller. I know Darren Waller barely played for them. I do love me some Hunter Renfroe, but so there you go. So Raiders,
the baseball one's better than him.
Yeah. My number 3 in the division, I say
the
it's the
Denver Broncos.
Yeah. I don't think Sean Payton's going to be like this savior that everyone thinks he is. I know
They will be a better team. Will it be because of Sean Payton?
No.
Probably not.
Well, no.
A little bit.
I shouldn't say that. They will definitely be a better team because of him. I just don't think he is going to like get them over the top.
He's not going to be the savior for Russell Wilson.
Yes. And as much as I hate it, I think Russell is done. I don't think they're saving him. I think he can be fine. But I think Russell Wilson's peak now is like Kirk Cousins. I think if
I was going to say.
If Russ can be Kirk Cousins this year, they could
Denver can be a playoff
team. Yes, they could be a sneaky team.
Because they have
the defense, they have the coaching.
And the wide receiving core.
Yeah, despite losing Tim Patrick, they got a good wide receiving core. So I don't know who they got a tight end anymore because they've traded everyone away. They just traded Alberto Aquabanon, Big Alberto. So
yeah, but they're the biggest question mark in the AFC. I think
they got Samaje. If Javonte Williams can stay healthy with that coming back from that,
Samaje Perine, as a Bengals fan, Samaje Perine will be effing amazing to this Broncos team. He will win them 2 games. I promise you that.
There you go.
The dude can truck. The dude can catch. The dude can run.
He's got good hands. Yeah. He's just not super speedy, but he does everything else.
You don't need to be speedy when you have the size of Doug's head plus my head.
That's huge, by the way. It's because of my big brain.
That's not because of my big brain. Third, we both got the Chargers. Moving on.
Second, you mean? Yes.
Second.
Okay. Second. This is the team that I think could be really freaking good.
Nope.
I think they could be really good.
If they stay healthy and if everybody's projection of Justin Herbert is correct.
It's correct, man. He's the dude. Justin Herbert's the real deal.
This is why I say what I say about the Jaguars. Because I think Trevor Lawrence is what everybody wants Justin Herbert to be.
I think they're both in that same like career arc right now.
Here's Justin Herbert. Here's Trevor Lawrence.
No.
Yes.
Herbert's above Lawrence right now.
No, he's not. Playoff wins. Lawrence.
Hey, Herbert last year was playing with broken ribs for like a while. So
my ribs hurt.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, my ribs hurt.
You idiot. Try and play. Oh, I'm not even gonna.
Hi.
Hey. I knew I should have had that popcorn.
Exactly.
Show a little wrestling move. No. Justin
and the
Herbert's
Jaguars got go out. I think Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert, and Trevor Lawrence is in the weaker division. Justin Herbert just doesn't have that it factor to me.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He does not win big games.
Okay. Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence are both like the prototype of what you want to build a quarterback like in a factory.
Yes.
They're the same.
And ideally, those two turn into Joe Burrow.
We're getting close to the cameras.
Guess who's not Joe Burrow? Justin Herbert.
Oh, gross. Don't do that again. You shave the mustache off.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You should.
No, I think they're a very good team, but their wide receivers can't stay healthy. Their defense, they don't have a home game all year because of where they moved.
That does really suck. That does truly suck. Yeah, they don't really have home games. They are 29 in strength of schedule, which means it's really difficult. 9.5 over under. I'm going to give them 10 wins and give them the over just because I like the weapons they have that much. You said their wide receivers can't stay healthy, but they have depth. They drafted Quentin Johnson. They still have Joshua Palmer. They have some guys to catch the ball. So
they have rookies.
And they got Eckler for another year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think they're a good team.
Yeah.
They're a good team.
The crutch of this team is the coaching. Brandon Staley is not a good coach.
Yes. Exactly.
And my prediction is that Kellen Moore is going to be the head coach of the Chargers next season.
Oh, I think so too.
And he should be. So we'll see.
I don't know. Yeah. I think the Chargers are a playoff team, but until they get there's just something missing with that team. It's either
I get it.
The home field advantage where like the Steelers, Bengals, you go to play there and it's like, oh shit, we're on the road.
Yeah.
You play at the Chargers, it's 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe that's why I don't like Justin Herbert, because he's in the wrong place. You have a bad head coach. You don't have a home field advantage. That might be it. And your wide receivers can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
That might just be the little difference. But when you're in the division with the Chiefs, that makes the difference, which we'll get to the Chiefs.
Yeah. So we only have about 8 minutes left. We spent a lot of time on these two divisions, so we'll go quickly here. But
this is a long pod.
Yeah. Are we going to go over on the pod?
Yeah.
Oh, so we can take our time.
Yeah.
Oh, this is exciting. Wow. We're going to go over our normal time. This is exciting. All right. The Chiefs, do we even need to discuss it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, this is why Bryce wants to go over on time. Here we go.
The Chiefs start. Hey, Nick Wright, listen up.
Oh, God.
The Chiefs are not going to set the win record with 21 or whatever the hell the Patriots did. Oh, we play the Patriots week 14. Shut up. You're losing the first 2 games of the season.
They played Detroit week 1, right?
Yes, and then they play the Jags. Guess what? 0-2, and then you go to the Bears, and it's a close game. They're losing at least one of them. I promise you that. I promise you.
I don't think so. But
Chris Jones,
they should be good games.
Chris Jones not playing. Frank Clark gone. You got a bunch of rookie wide receivers out there.
They have one.
You might as well call the rest of them rookies.
I mean, you could probably call Justin Ross a rookie because he didn't play last year, but Rashee Rice is their only rookie. But
I'm just saying, I have the Chiefs going 11-6, winning the division.
So you have them going under their over-under at 11.5.
Oh, that's easy. Never mind. That's my bet. Less than 11 wins, or less than 11.5.
Well, which one is it? Be a man.
They're getting 11-6 is their record.
All right. You mean 11? It'd be 11-7.
No, it's 10-7. They play 17
Oh,
games.
right. I'm sorry. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
I know. I'm a Bengals fan. You're an idiot.
We knew that. All right. Let's jump. Okay, so
what time up? How many wins do you think they're going to have?
12.
Okay, so I was.
I'm going over.
Sure, but you thought like I was outrageous.
No, I don't think they're going to have like a historic season, but you have Mahomes.
Well, if you watch First Things First with Nick Wright and Chris Broussard and what's his name?
I don't.
It's a very good show.
Yeah.
You should watch him.
Nick Wright really likes the Chiefs.
He's a diehard Chiefs fan. Oh, he's diehard, and I've never hated somebody so much. I hate that guy so much.
Wow.
As a Bengals fan, I just want to punch that guy.
Oof.
You watch. This will be the
big old Bryce punch.
When you go to share it on YouTube, this will be my face, and you'll look like that.
Oh, brother. Bryce punch that'll send you probably forward because it won't hurt.
Third place is what it'll send you to, Chiefs fans.
Oh, yeah, right. Chiefs 1, Chargers 2, Broncos 3, Raiders 4. Do we agree?
We don't disagree.
All right.
Let's
All
go to
right.
the East.
Okay. AFC East, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. I'm just going to start off right away. Worst team is the Patriots. They also have the worst, the hardest, most difficult. They have the hardest schedule this year. Okay. Words.
I
coming out
think
of my
they
mouth.
will have the closest games of all season. They'll be the opposite of the Minnesota Vikings of last year.
Okay.
They'll lose every game by a touchdown, a field goal, 10 points. And they'll go 6 or 5 wins. But I agree with you. I think they have a really good defense, so they're not going to get blown out. I don't hate their offense. I'm not a huge believer in Mac Jones, but they have good running backs. I don't hate their wide receiving core. They have a very good defense, like I said. So
The
I
wide
think they're going
receiving
to be
core
a
is
pretty
decent, but they
decent
got to
team.
stay healthy. So, like Kendrick Bourne is probably going to be their
But
number
it's not
2
the-
all season because either Devontae Parker or Juju is probably going to be hurt. Like those two probably aren't going to be on the field very often together. Kendrick Bourne actually, I think, is pretty underrated though.
Right.
Yeah, 7.5 though. I'm going way under. It's a Belichick.
Oh, that's under.
Belichick defense. So they're going to be a great defense, and that will keep them in games, I think. But I don't know.
I think if they go 8-9, it's a hell of a season because of their strength of schedule.
Big time. I'm predicting
So
more
under
like
for sure.
6-7. So yeah, definitely under. Here we go. This is a debate now. Who do you think is the third place team in the division? Oh, I know who it is.
Jets. It's the
Yes.
Jets.
Yes.
And I hate the Dolphins.
I hate
And
that
I don't like
agree
the
with you.
Bills.
I hate that I agree with you.
It's the Jets. They're going 7-10. I'm sorry, Aaron.
I don't think they're going to be that bad, but the over-under of 9.5 is truly a good one. I'm going to give them 9. I'm going to give them above 500. But you can already see it on Hard Knocks, and I don't want to just take away from Hard Knocks and be like, this is what's happening in the regular season. But when Aaron doesn't get good protection, he turns into a little pissy pants.
Yeah,
And
you know what he'll do if Garrett Wilson drops one pass? Randall, here's a 3-yard gain.
I don't know about that. Garrett's a stud. He'll do that. He'll do that to the other guys, to the other young receivers, like that Brownlee guy, and just any other young receivers that aren't Lazard or Cobb or Garrett Wilson. So that's where I think like he'll probably be okay with his receivers because Cobb, honestly, whether he should or not, probably shouldn't even be on the team, but he'll probably be the number 3 wide receiver on this team, which sucks, honestly.
Yeah, that's what they have.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Randall Cobb, love everything he did for Green Bay. He's a good dude, but like, you're just there for Rodgers, man. So, but
yeah,
I think they're a good team, not a great team. I think they're a good team in a good division. So, kind of sucks.
It's the same as the Packers. At the best, you're 10-7. At the worst, you're 7-10. If you go above that or below that, if you have 6 in either column, something happened.
20. Go ahead.
Either you went above expectations in my mind, going 11-6, or you sucked and went 6-11.
Yeah, 25th in strength of schedule. So,
and that's a very tough schedule. Yes,
that is a tough schedule.
They could easily start 0-4, and then Rodgers just get pissy, and then it goes into his old ways, and he dunks and dives to Dalvin Cook. Breece Hall takes a big step back. Garrett Wilson takes a step back, or he only targets Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, so their schedule goes Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Chiefs, Broncos, Eagles, Giants, Chargers for their first 8 games.
The only 2 wins I gave out of that for them was
Broncos.
The Cowboys. Just because Aaron Rodgers beats the Cowboys was Cowboys and Broncos. And the Broncos, you don't know how good they're going to be.
And
the Cowboys
have the best defense in the NFL.
They could easily start.
I could see them beating the Giants, and I can see it, even though I think the Giants are going to be much improved this year. And yeah, I think the Broncos. I think they'll beat the Patriots, but
they could easily finish 4th.
Yeah, that's a tough start. So,
We got to move on though.
Yep.
Why are the Dolphins finishing second?
They're not. So
Oh,
yeah.
I
Kind of
will
surprised.
see.
This is
you in
contingent on Tua being healthy, obviously. But I seriously think the Bills are like on their last leg before they're like, you know what? This
I
isn't
agree with
working.
you.
Blow it up.
I
Like,
agree with you, but I don't see the Dolphins being better.
man, that offense is stupid.
The
good.
winner of this division is going 10-7.
Let's look at this. Let's look at these strength of schedules. The Bills are 26. Tough one.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Dolphins 22.
Where are they at? They're hidden. Ooh, 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes.
Boom.
Dolphins, I just think, have more firepower. And I'm kind of tired. I'm going to contradict myself here. I tend to just look at the team how it is, because you can't predict injuries. I know if Tua gets hit one good time, it could be just game over. But talent-wise, man, I know they've had some injuries on defense and stuff.
Isn't White their backup? I don't hate their backup.
Yeah, Mike White can sling it. Yeah, I'm not saying if Tua goes down, Mike White could save their season. No. Fantasy-wise, I think their players could still do all right. But if Tua goes down, I think it's game over. But the Bills just keep underperforming to what they have on that roster. And now Von Miller starting on the pup.
And
this only a month, but
the Stephon
Diggs. All that weird stuff with Diggs, it's just,
I have the Bills winning
weird.
the conference at 10-7. I think I had the Dolphins
getting second at 10-7.
I had them tying a game, I think, at 8-1 or 9-8 or one of those two. I gotta check again.
So Dolphins are 9.5 and Bills 10.5. I did say that already. So yeah, I'm going under for the Bills.
I don't like
and I'm going over.
I don't like either one of those bets for either team.
I like the Dolphins.
I don't like either
the
one of
Dolphins
those.
at 9.5. I'm okay with that one. But
all right.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
We better move on.
Yep. AFC North, the best division in this conference, if you ask me.
Best division of football.
Yeah. Could be. Definitely could be. I think, to me, it's pretty clear the Browns are going to be the worst team in the division.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we agree on that. I don't think.
If
I think
they get 6 wins, they should be happy. Deshaun Watson is not what he was. Yeah. He is Russell Wilson in a brown-colored uniform.
Yeah, it's a little orange, but whatever.
Browns-colored uniform. Sorry.
I kind of agree. Yeah, I think Watson's done. I think he'll be fine. He's another guy where I hate to just.
And I
hate to compare everyone. I see him as a ceiling of Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins, a lot of teams would kill to have Kirk Cousins as their quarterback, but Kirk Cousins is perfectly good. And
you take this whole
Browns is your ceiling,
you take this whole Browns team and you put them in the AFC South. I give them a shot.
Yeah, they could definitely shoot for second, 100%.
Beat the Jags once, and you're golden.
You could maybe get a wild card. Yeah.
But because of the division you're in, what's their strength of schedule? I bet you it's top 5. I bet you it's top 5.
Browns.
And if it's not, it's because the Steelers are underrated.
19.
Just saying. Yeah, Steelers are underrated.
Okay, take a guess what the Browns over-under is.
8.5.
9.5.
What?
Yeah.
That's the easiest bet in the world.
I think that might be the easiest bet of the night. Beyond
Doug,
beyond
we don't do this. What's the Colts?
I don't even remember, but they're just gonna be
7.5.
6.5. Actually, I think this Browns one is easier. Yeah.
I've never bet on anything, Doug, but do you want to bet on something?
Man, that's tempting. That is tempting. Hitting the under on Browns 9.5.
And they have
with a lower half strength of schedule. They do legitimately have talent. I can't deny that. Nick Chubb is the greatest just runner of the running backs in the league. And Njoku, he's underperformed, but he's still got loads of talent. Elijah Moore comes over. I'm still like, I so badly wanted him in fantasy, and I never got him. And now I'm kind of like okay with it. No, I did get him, and I just traded him. I just traded him for Brandon Ayuk. I don't know if you saw that trade.
Yes, I did. I drafted him as rookie year. I drafted him as rookie year. He didn't do shit, I think, the first
he didn't
how many
with the
weeks.
Jets.
And then he kind of did okay at the end of the year.
He showed some good signs. Yeah, but then there was some weird friction with the Jets front office and gets traded to the Browns, and we'll see. He has loads of talent. And Amari Cooper's great. I'm not going to deny Amari Cooper, but yeah, Deshaun's just.
Let's move on, though.
Man. Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting. Third, I have the Ravens.
I knew you were going to do it.
They're a 7 team waiting in the wanks. Sorry.
Man, I got to do so much editing tonight, Bryce. You're killing me, Smalls.
Sorry. They are just not a good team. I mean,
what are you talking about?
Lamar can't stay healthy. Odell, where the hell have you been since?
Yeah, no, I know Odell's not going to be Odell of old. If he plays more than like 5
might not
games.
even be their team. But you look at the Bengals and the Steelers are my most underrated team this season.
I don't hate that at all. But
they
still
are going
think the
to
Ravens are going to be better. I think you put the Steelers again, put them in the AFC South. I think they could challenge for number one against the Jags. It's a challenge for number one.
They beat the Jags. They beat the Jags easy. Yes. In my mind, and I love the Jags.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, I'm surprised by that.
If the Steelers are in the AFC South, Steelers easily number one.
Wow.
They would beat the crap out of that.
Well, yeah, Texans, Colts, and Titans, absolutely. But yeah, I'm biased. I love Mike Tomlin. I know you think George Pickens is a stud, which I think.
So I met with there's a couple of dent guys that come to take dents out of vehicles. I detail vehicles for a living. Anyways, they're big Steelers fans, and I asked them. I said, "Who's your wide receiver one?" Because I do a podcast, and the guy I debate with, he goes, "Oh, it's George Pickens. He's top 5 in the league." I'm like, "Okay."
The dude has got tons of talent.
Just debating that, yes, and I think Kenny Pickett is. And I said this before the podcast today, talking to him. He is Kirk Cousins. On his worst.
Have made a million Kirk Cousins, but no. Again, what's so bad about that? What's so bad about that?
Kenny Pickett will not lose you a game.
No.
Well, he might during the regular season, but come playoffs, Mike Tomlin is a head coach to where he's not going to put it into Kenny Pickett's hands. He's going to say, "Hey, we're going to do this or this, whatever, to put the Steelers into a good
position
spot.
To win a game." Yeah,
exactly. Mike Tomlin's a great head coach.
TJ Watt,
good. TJ Watt missed what 8 games last year. They were like 8-2 with him and like 1-6 without him.
Yeah,
TJ Watt's healthy.
Like in those games, but yeah, TJ's a beast. Yeah. All those arguments aside, oh man, you might have swayed me. That was the debate. This was the debate I was hating the most of this entire conversation.
As much as you know about the Packers, I know about the AFC North.
If the Raven, and I said I wasn't going to do this, but it's like you can't predict injuries. But man, the Ravens have a lot of guys who need to stay healthy to be successful.
Like you got to predict Odell's going to miss 2 games.
Odell's going to miss games. Rashad's going to miss games. I think Lamar will be good. I don't think
he might miss a game or two just because.
But his injuries, I don't think were real injuries. I think they were contract injuries last season. JK, we'll see. I think Gus Edwards is going to start plenty of games for them because JK is not going to be ready yet. So that's why I picked up Zay Flowers in fantasy because I think he's going to get a lot of snaps as a rookie.
This will be the year.
And I have Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews gets hurt. I'm sorry.
We'll see. I hope not. The way I drafted in our fantasy draft last weekend was polar opposite of what I've ever done in my life, and it was just the board fell. Though I know this year is weird. and I'm probably gonna suck
It
because
was.
of it.
It
but
was.
It was weird. It was. I can't even explain it. Like the guys were picking such odd picks, and our keepers
know.
always throw it off. You know, Bijan Robinson was our number one pick in our redraft league, but it's because we do keepers. And we
Yeah.
had a few guys so I took Justin Jefferson in the second. Jamar Chase was kept in the 5th round because
Yep.
Steph drafted him as a rookie in the 7th. So all that
Yeah.
weird stuff. And then Mark Andrews was sitting there for my 3rd round pick. And
I saw you take it, and I'm like, Doug?
I know. I didn't like anyone in the surrounding picks. And I was just like,
And I took Trevor Lawrence, and I was like, I'm being Doug so much right now. Oh,
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence,
And
I'm
then
taking him.
I took a tight end and a quarterback back to back, which is dumb.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields was sitting there. And again, I hated the 3rd and 4th rounds this year because of how our keepers threw stuff off. Then rounds 5 and up, I was good. I was golden. So,
Yeah.
and I started with Nick Chubb and Justin Jefferson with my first 2 picks. So I'm pretty cool with that. But let's not get into our fantasy. Yep.
Hey.
All right.
The number one team.
I'm just going to say you swayed me, though, first. I'm going to go Steelers, too. It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
Trust me, I know this division. The Pittsburgh Steelers do not ever have a bad defense. And
they have a great schedule.
And if their offense is like 12th,
middle of the pack, yeah,
that's a 10-7 team easily. They went 9-8 last year, and they had TJ Watt for 8 games.
Yeah,
he could easily win you 2 games.
Over unders 8.5. I'll hit it.
That's the only team that could see beating the Bengals for the number 1 seed, which the Bengals I have at the number 1 seed. I have them as the number 1 seed overall in the AFC.
11.5. What are you taking?
13 or 14 games easy.
Wow. Okay. I think you need to pump brakes a little bit there.
No.
They have 21st in strength of schedule, and they're playing all these really good teams we're talking about.
Yeah, I think our defense got better. Jesse Bates, the 3rd one to Atlanta, wherever the hell he went. Cam Taylor-Britt's better. Eli Apple's gone. That's a plus. Awuzie's back. He was hurt all last year. I think our defense is going to be better than it was last year. We don't have that guy that like TJ Watt or an Ed Reed, or a Myles Garrett, just to know the guys in the AFC North that have been here an hour in the past.
Sorry,
we have a balanced defense. Am I freezing?
You were freezing, and your face was like this for like a solid 10 seconds.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
The Bengals have just such a balanced defense. And even if Joe Burrow misses a week or 3, like I think they're good enough to win 1 or 2 of those games. I just think they're the best team in the AFC. I think they have.
I'm not saying you're crazy for that. Not at all.
You lock them up with the Chiefs. You line them up. Okay. Who has the better this? Who has the better that?
Chiefs. I know. But Patrick Mahomes is
Nope. Joe Burrow is the best wide receiver or quarterback in the NFL. Wide receiver too.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Bryce,
he is.
You've said a lot of really dumb things in your life. I've known you for a long time. This is on the peak of the mountain, buddy.
No, we'll replay this. Mark the date, September 1st, 2023.
7:44 p.m. on a Friday night, September 1st.
What's the time on this? So we're what?
7:44. Yeah.
I wanted to know time into the podcast so I could fast forward.
Oh, we're in the hour 20s. Yeah. We will remember this. I will remember this, and I don't remember anything. So you heard it here first. Bryce says Joe Burrow is better than Patrick Mahomes.
He is. I think the Bengals are going 13-4.
What's in that mug you've been drinking tonight?
Water. Been very dehydrated today.
Yeah. Okay. I can't
it's
see.
Water.
You're not going to prove it. Yeah.
It's water.
Straight Everclear. This is. I won't take this trash.
I think Patrick Mahomes has the talent to be the best quarterback in the league, but I think Joe Burrow has the quarterback IQ that he is the best quarterback in the league. Honest to God, and it's not even being I'm being a Bengals homer.
It's so bad.
Let's go to the goddamn rankings.
Oh, Joe Burrow is the second best quarterback in the AFC, arguably in the NFL.
All right, but are the Bengals
Mahomes
better
is
than the
the
Chiefs?
best to ever do it. Come on.
The best to ever do it? Okay,
Most talented.
Shoehei,
Most
calm
talented.
down. Calm
Most
down.
most talented. He has passed Rodgers for me.
No,
on
he
the
has
most-
not. He has not passed Rodgers. Now I'm
this
pissed.
this is
Nope.
gonna be a
All right.
this is gonna be a segment. We're gonna take this. We're gonna go like we're in the courts, and we're gonna have opening arguments and everything, and we're gonna make this a real thing, because my goodness, there's Bryce's rankings. Okay, so I think we both agreed on the AFC North rankings. Real quick, Bengals 1, Steelers 2, Ravens 3. That 2-3 battle is really close. Browns 4. Dude, you can't just type in Bengals like that.
I will erase it if you think the Chiefs are better than the Bengals. Time out. They've beat them one time
I get
out
it.
of the last 4 games.
I get it. They both have an 11. They both have an 11.5 over under. Bengals have strength of schedule 21, Chiefs 28. Those are both difficult. So don't be like, see, I told you. Those are both difficult. I'm cool with a 1A, 1B.
I don't know if I can. We'll put them at 2.
Just type 1B Chiefs. This is where we need a third party just to solve our. Ooh,
no, because
let's do this. Let's do this.
Everybody's gonna pick what's up.
You know what I do to solve? This was first day of school. You go through the rules. You know how you solve arguments in Mr. Bradley's PE class?
How do you do that, Mr. Bradley?
You play rock, paper, scissors.
No, let's do this. Go through positions. Go through positions.
We don't have time. I'm gonna
exactly.
Oh,
so Bengals
right.
1A, Chiefs 1B. Who's the third best team? This is where it really gets interesting to me.
They're co-captains. All right. Oh, yeah, third best team.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean,
majority would say Bills. I'm not saying Bills.
But I had Dolphins better than Bills.
Dolphins?
Dude, the Dolphins are stacked. I'll concede Jags at. Man, you're gonna hate me, but the Chargers deserve to be in that conversation.
Chargers are an easy 5. It's Dolphins.
I know they're an easy
Jaguars.
5. It's Dolphins, Jags, Chargers for me. Probably Bills too. Okay, go to the bottom. We did this last time. Go to the bottom.
Oh.
Put the Colts on the bottom, then the Texans.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah, you got to type before you hit return.
Well, there's 16, right?
16, yep. All right, so Colts.
What we put last?
Colts at 16.
I have the cap locks on. Sorry.
There you go. That's all right. 15. I'd say Texans. 14. I would
Browns?
say Patriots.
I think Browns are worse.
Okay.
They're in a much tougher division.
That's true. I wouldn't say much tougher, actually. Some people would probably argue that the East is better than the North, but I'm not saying that.
Yeah, see at the end of the year. I'll see at the end of the year. Rodgers is 7-10 wins.
Yeah.
This
Raiders.
AFC bothers me.
Raiders and Broncos, probably back-to-back Raiders Broncos.
Ooh, who else is competing there though?
Titans, Jets. And I know you hate the Jets, but the Titans are not better than the Jets, so don't even try.
Yeah. Predicting, I said Titans are worse. I would say Jets 10th.
Oh wait, we didn't put Broncos yet. Broncos got to be.
I would put Broncos 9 personally.
I'm not putting Broncos over Jets. No way. Nah.
Fine, then you're giving me Bengals 1.
I already gave them 1A.
Nope.
Ooh, really? That's the trade-off I gotta make? You're crazy.
I didn't even give you the chance.
You homer. Oh man. All right. After Jets.
You get to pick after Chiefs. How about that? You want Chargers here? I would personally say
I'm gonna
Bills
do
or 4.
I'm gonna do Chargers 3 just because of their division. Yes, they're gonna lose to the Chiefs twice, but they're gonna beat the Raiders and Broncos twice. No, Dolphins. Oh man.
What?
I
You
put
think the Dolphins are better?
I said the Dolphins will be better than the Bills. I would swap the Dolphins put the Dolphins at 4 and Bills at 6 over any of that.
I can't put the effing Dolphins 4.
What were Jags in strength of schedule?
Like 30th.
They're 15. And they have a really easy division. We'll put the Jags at 4. What the heck? Dolphins. Then Bills.
I will be fine with that.
Okay. Then Steelers.
Yeah.
Right? And then
who's left?
Ravens.
I would put the Ravens right behind the Steelers.
Who are we missing?
Who are we missing? We're missing
Bengals.
one team.
Bengals, Chiefs, Chargers. We got Jaguars 4.
Texans, Broncos. Well, we're not missing a team. I think it might have added a team.
Scroll down.
For me.
Oh, yeah. It did. Yeah, just delete that number 9. Just hit delete. There you go. There's our list. I was going to say, I didn't think we were missing anyone. All right, final list. Number 16, the Colts. 15, Texans. 14, Browns. 13, Patriots. 12, Raiders. 11, Titans. 10, Broncos. 9, Jets. 8, Ravens. 7, Steelers. 6, Bills. 5, Dolphins. 4, Jaguars. 3, Chargers. 2, Chiefs. 1, Bengals.
Do you honestly think the Chiefs are going to be better than the Bengals?
I think they are, but I'm not saying like it's going to be a crazy like difference between the two.
I think it's going
to be.
Until
Mahomes shows me he's not the greatest quarterback to ever live, talent-wise.
I heard this before. I heard this before. Rodgers, calm down.
Rodgers was. It's just I think Mahomes just kind of. I think he's finally done it. After this year, he's definitely done it because he's going to be amazing. All right. I don't even want to have this conversation with you because I know who you're going to put for your MVP candidate out of the AFC, and it's going to be wrong. It's going to be Patrick Mahomes, not Joe Burrow.
Why would Mahomes win another one?
Because he's Mahomes.
He's not going to win it, though, buddy.
Why?
Listen. Why? Because he's already won one, so that's going to take it away.
The NFL doesn't do it like that, like other sports do.
A little bit. Joe Burrow, what's the odds? You're all about these odds. What's the odds?
All right. Let's see. Right now, they are top 2. Wow, the odds. The top 4 are all AFC. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Herbert. No, Mahomes is plus 600, Burrow plus 700. Those are
you know why? You know why that is? Because Burrow might miss a game.
There you go. That's got to be into it. We're not talking about who's better. We're talking about who's going to be the MVP.
That's to start the season. But guess what? Patrick Mahomes is in full season within the last 3 seasons. Joe Burrow hasn't done that.
Yeah, half the time they pull him because he doesn't need to play.
He's hurt. He's been hurt.
Yeah, I know. I watched the quarterback.
It's a game here. It's a game here. We're dealing with some stuff. Poor Patrick.
Oh, God.
I can't stand that guy. I hate the Chiefs so much.
Okay. Answer me. Answer me this before we get the heck out of here. Do you think Jalen Hurts? Do you think Jalen Hurts has a greater chance to be MVP than Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, I think it's Burrow.
All right,
Hurts.
We're not gonna have a We're not going to have
Burrows hurts Mahomes.
we're not going to have a unified decision.
You
on
already
this.
knew this. Don't come at me like that. You knew that was my choice.
But I'm saying if you think Mahomes is 3, then we're definitely not going to agree on an AFC candidate tonight because
all right. Super Bowl prediction right now.
okay.
Go.
I can't do that on the spot.
Yes, you can.
I don't know.
Do you want me to go first?
Why? Yeah, let's hear yours. Let's hear it.
Bengals 24, Cowboys 20. Bengals over Cowboys in this year's Super Bowl. I flipped the mic up.
I'm gonna go Chiefs over Niners. Be really boring. Good night, Bryce. We'll see you later.
I hate you. Chiefs over Niners? Those are the last 2 teams I wanted to hear.
I didn't say those are the teams I want in it. I would much rather watch the Bengals than the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, if that makes you feel any better. But Mahomes is I know Joe Burrow he's right there for me, but he's just not. He's not there. He's a 9.9. Mahomes is a 10.
The next podcast with a new co-host. This has been the nosebleed section.
Oh
Episode
boy,
28.
I'm gonna get a nosebleed here if we keep listening to this nonsense. All right, that is our ridiculous AFC conversation tonight. I knew this was gonna happen. The NFC is like. Yeah,
there's like 3 good teams.
Yeah, and then the AFC's
Packers.
like punch you in the face every team. So
yeah,
there's
just
like
imagine
there's
imagine
3
if the
legitimately
Jaguars were in the NFC.
Right. There's 3
Like,
legitimately bad teams in the AFC, and then the rest of them are like, yeah, I could see them making the playoffs. In the NFC, it's 3 legitimately good teams. The rest of them, you're like, there's gonna be some really
Jonathan
bad teams
Taylor.
in the playoffs.
See you on the Bengals for the Super Bowl, baby.
Oof. I think that's what's going to happen is the team's going to just be like, let's load up. Let's get one. Let's do the Rams and just load up. Doesn't matter if your team sucks now. The Rams, it worked. They got a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So,
Bengals.
what do you want? Do you want to win Super Bowls or do you just want to have historically good teams like the Bills that underachieve and never get there?
Yeah. 01 Miami Hurricanes. Wait, did they win it? I have no idea.
I feel like they did.
I know they had a hell of a team.
I feel like they did. I could be wrong, though. I was 6. So.
I was
All
not.
Right. Our wives are probably going to get mad at us here if we don't.
Yep.
Stop doing all this nonsense. I love it, though. I love the nonsense.
Oh, this has been one of the funnest podcasts that I've done, Doug.
I think so. Yeah, the college draft was fun, and I had to convince you to do that, so I'm happy we had fun with it.
Yeah. Next week, we are doing more games. You know what? Tell you what. We might have just a fun podcast where we just do just games, where we just share screen and just do just games for like a half hour.
Oh God.
If we hit 50 likes, we'll do an extra. It's not Patreon because I am not making anybody pay anything to see me and Doug. But if we hit 50 likes on this,
would pay for that.
I know. If we hit 50 likes though, 30 minutes of me and you just playing Sporkle or Immaculate Grid or something like that. How's that sound? 50 likes.
I'm gonna be honest, doesn't sound that great to me. I'm not good at the Immaculate Grid.
Doug, name the starting 5 for the Milwaukee Bucks championship team, and then you just have to name their bench guys. That's easy Sporkle.
Yeah, Bucks I can do.
Sporkle,
okay,
Sporkle will be easy.
We'll try the Sporkle. Just for you.
50 likes. 50.
All right. That was
backwards?
Good. Yeah, no, you were good. You were good. You were good. The
50.
Yep. It's backwards to you, but not to the viewer. There you go.
All right. Hit it.
Thanks for tuning in this long to all this nonsense, everyone. We really appreciate it. I don't know if you're going to be listening to this before or after Labor Day, but we got football coming. There will be NFL football before we talk again, and I'm so excited to see
Brewers, go Badgers, go Packers, go Bengals, right, Doug? And peace.
Peace. Have a great night, everyone. All right. Bucks and 6. Goodbye, Bryce.
I copied you. Goodbye, Doug.